Warhammer 40k Darktide is an unfinished magnum opus, like the Treaty of Paris by Benjamin West or that one hotel in North Korea. With time though, they are showing with every update, this one could reach a finished, almost perfect state. Right off the bat, if you've played the predecessor, Vermintide 1 or 2, you're going to be very familiar with the formula. Or some other game like Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood. It's simple. You go into a linear mission, fight the hordes, all while following a mission story that gives you a reason to why you're even there. Cleanse the city's water supply, assassinate a high-ranking leader, recover power source. Each mission you're there for something specific, and the environment, map design, and vox chatter between your squad and higher command do a good job of setting the stage. If you know 40k, you're going to love all the details. The banter about what's going on in the larger universe, the sheer scale of what a high city looks like, the horrifying nightmares that are servitors. These guys know Warhammer, and you can see that this is a labor of love. Grandfather Nurgle has bestowed a Tome of Prime with his love, so a bunch of horrifying plagues that have turned the populace into monsters, drones, and cultists. It is our job to cleanse these chaos abominations and restore the Emperor's Light, one mission at a time. We're not the Militarum, we're not the Space Marines, we're not the heroes. We're convicts that will make the sacrifice as a tool of the Inquisition. If you don't know 40k, this is still a great starting point. There isn't a massive story to get bogged down in, but still enough to get a good taste. In just a few missions, you'll be praising the Emperor and swearing an oath to murder every Xenos filth you find. The atmosphere of Darktide is intoxicating. A banger of a score. Since day one, this has been one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. Futuristic industrial techno with pipe organs and hymns from the local cathedral combined with pounding war drums. It's a perfect soundtrack that both captures what 40k is and captures the fervent frenetic combat. When the music hits as hard as a plague ogre, that's pretty damn hard. It's not just the music though, it's everything. They're able to get an overall aesthetic from the high towers of the elite down to the dankest sewers. It all fits. Industrial bridges, statues honoring Space Marines, an unnecessary amount of cables, fans, and tubes. It's detailed beyond comprehension, and that's what 40k is. If you don't care about all that though, is Darktide still fun to play? Yeah, it's pretty damn good. There's this dance of blocking, attacking, dodging, attacking that was refined in Vermintide and is carried over. It's very rewarding to learn. But then also, we've got guns. Yes, there were ranged weapons in Vermintide, but they were still not the focus. With classes like the Veteran Sharpshooter, guns are their main weapon. And throw in the Ogryn's double-linked LMG, the Psyker Staffs, and a whole host of guns that are shared about. On some maps with enough ammo pickups, you could spend almost the entire time shooting instead of stabbing. But that's not to say the melee isn't any fun either. Stupid fast combat knife, supercharged power hammers, the Ogryn shield, axes, power swords, a giant club, chain swords, and chain axes. There's a massive variety of ranged and melee weapons that each have their own unique playstyle. You can mix and match to perfectly fit however you want to play. Tanky and hit hard but slow, fast and agile but lower DPS, ranged auto las fire from the back lines, or crushing AoE attacks on the front line. Experimenting with each weapon felt very fun and made the grind to max level feel fresh all the way throughout. At the end of the day though, any explanation or gameplay footage will never be the same as playing it yourself. It's $30 on Steam and part of the Xbox Game Pass. Crossplay is now available, so it doesn't matter which platform you're on, you can still play with your friends and the entire community. Darktide did launch in a pretty abysmal state, and I've been playing since day one. Crashes and glitches have slowly been weeded out. It's now rare that a match is ruined from them. Not excusing the state of the launch, but at least now, for the most part, it's in a very stable state. That's it though. Lots of more to the game. Weapon crafting, different classes, min-maxing stats. You'll have to explore all that yourself though. If you have played Darktide, but you're not still playing, would you consider coming back? And if you haven't, are you considering picking it up? We'd love to know in the comments. Have a good one.